First contact. The sleek silver spacecraft emerged from the swirling clouds, descending slowly towards the blue-green planet below. Inside, 3 alien scientists peered out at Earth with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. Initiating landing sequence, announced Zara, the mission commander. Her iridescent scales shimmered as she manipulated the ship's controls. Remember, we are here to observe and study only. No interference with the indigenous population. Understood, replied Krell, the team's biologist. His 4 eyes blinked in rapid succession as he reviewed data on a holographic display. Their reproductive processes are most unusual. I look forward to gathering more information. The third alien, Nyx, remained silent. As the team's cultural specialist, she was meant to interpret human behavior and customs. But privately, she worried their mission would be more challenging than anticipated. The preliminary reports on human emotions and relationships had been confusing, to say the least. With barely a sound, the ship touched down in a remote forest clearing. Zara activated their cloaking technology, rendering the vessel invisible to human detection. We'll establish our base here, she said. Tomorrow we begin our research in earnest. As the alien scientists prepared for their mission, they were unaware that their arrival had not gone entirely unnoticed. Miles away, in a cluttered basement office, a lone figure hunched over a bank of monitors. Amy Chen, an amateur radio astronomer, furrowed her brow as she reviewed the strange signals she detected. "What are you?" she murmured, adjusting her thick-framed glasses. The brief energy spike didn't match any known phenomena. Amy hesitated, then began composing an email to her former professor at NIT. Someone needed to investigate this anomaly further. The next morning, Zara led her team on their first expedition into human territory. Holographic disguises cloaked their alien features, allowing them to blend in with the local population. They materialized on a busy city street, immediately overwhelmed by the cacophony of sights, sounds, and smells. Fascinating, breathed Krell, his senses working overtime to process the unfamiliar stimuli. Such diversity in their physical forms. How do they determine optimal genetic matches for reproduction? Nyx observed a young couple walking hand in hand, lost in conversation. I'm not certain genetics are their primary consideration, she mused. There seems to be some other factor at play. Zara frowned. Focus on the mission parameters. We need quantifiable data on their biological processes, not speculation on their social behaviors. As the aliens continued their covert observations, they found themselves with far more questions than answers. Humans seemed to defy logic at every turn. They formed pair bonds based on intangible emotional connections rather than genetic compatibility. Their mating rituals were complex and varied. Most perplexing of all, reproduction itself seemed to be optional rather than an inherent biological imperative. How has their species survived this long? Krell wondered aloud as they regrouped that evening. Their approach to propagation is wildly inefficient. And yet, they thrive, countered Nyx. Perhaps there are aspects to their methods that we don't yet understand. Zara's communicator chimed, interrupting their debate. She scanned the incoming message, her bioluminescent markings pulsing with concern. We may have a problem. There are reports of unusual energy readings in this region. If the humans detect our presence, it could jeopardize the entire mission. Unbeknownst to the aliens, Amy Chen was making progress in her investigation. Her email had caught the attention of Dr. Marcus Rivera, a government scientist specializing in extraterrestrial research. He found her data compelling enough to warrant further study. I'm telling you, there's something out there, Amy insisted during a video call with Dr. Rivera. These signals don't match any known pattern. We need to investigate further. The seasoned scientist stroked his salt and pepper beard thoughtfully. I admit, it's intriguing, but we'll need more concrete evidence before we can justify a full-scale search. Keep monitoring and send me everything you find. I'll see what strings I can pull on my end. As both humans and aliens pursued their separate investigations, Neither group realized how their paths were destined to intertwine. The arrival of the alien scientists would set in motion a chain of events that would challenge fundamental assumptions on both sides. Over the next few days, Zara and her team continued their research, gradually piecing together a picture of human reproduction. They observed couples in various stages of relationships, from first dates to marriages to families with children. They collected medical data from hospitals and research facilities, marveling at the complexity of human biology. Their genetic recombination process is remarkably sophisticated, Crow reported, reviewing his findings. It allows for a wide range of potential outcomes, fostering biodiversity and adaptability. Nix, however, was more focused on the emotional aspects of human pairing. There's an entire spectrum of bonding behaviors that seem to have little to do with reproduction itself. Companionship, physical affection, shared experiences, these all appear to be highly valued. Zara struggled to reconcile the conflicting data. In their own society, relationships were practical arrangements based on optimal genetic matches and social compatibility. The idea of forming connections based on such nebulous concepts as love or attraction seemed hopelessly inefficient. As the aliens grappled with these new ideas, Amy Chen was making a breakthrough of her own. After days of round-the-clock monitoring, she had detected a clear pattern in the anomalous signals. "Dr. Rivera, look at this," she exclaimed, sending over her latest findings. "These energy spikes are definitely artificial in origin, and they're concentrated in a specific area just outside the city limits." The older scientist's eyes widened as he reviewed the data. "My God," he breathed. "You may be onto something big here, Amy. I'm calling in a team. We need to check this out in person." Within hours, a small convoy of unmarked vehicles was en route to the coordinates Amy had identified. As they neared the forest clearing where the alien ship lay hidden, both humans and extraterrestrials were unaware that their worlds were about to collide. Zorro was the first to detect the approaching vehicles. "We have company," she announced grimly. "Prepare for emergency extraction. We cannot risk direct contact." But as the team rushed to evacuate, they realized their ship's cloaking technology was malfunctioning. A stray energy pulse from their earlier scans had inadvertently created a visible distortion in the air, a distortion that was immediately noticed by the arriving human researchers. "There," shouted Amy, pointing at the shimmering anomaly. "Do you see that?" Dr. Rivera nodded, his expression a mixture of excitement and trepidation. "Whatever it is, it's big, and definitely not natural." As the humans cautiously approached, Zara made a split-second decision. "Disengage holographic disguises," she ordered. "If contact is inevitable, we must approach it on our own terms." The air around the three aliens rippled, revealing their true forms. Amy gasped, her eyes wide with wonder. Dr. Rivera instinctively reached for his phone, but found himself frozen in place, unable to look away from the extraordinary beings before him. For a long moment, humans and aliens regarded each other in stunned silence. Then Zara stepped forward, her luminescent patterns pulsing in a calming rhythm. "Greetings," she said, her translator converting her words to English. "We come in peace, seeking knowledge. We are scientists like yourselves." Dr. Rivera found his voice at last. "Welcome to Earth," he managed, his scientific training kicking in despite his shock. "We have so many questions." Zara inclined her head. "As do we. Perhaps we can help each other find answers." As the two groups began a tentative dialogue, the forest clearing became the site of humanity's first official extraterrestrial encounter. Neither humans nor aliens could have predicted the profound impact this meeting would have on both their species. The quest to understand human reproduction had opened the door to a much greater exchange of knowledge and culture. The stage was set for a journey of discovery that would challenge preconceptions, foster new alliances, and ultimately reshape the destinies of two very different civilizations. Worlds collide. The sun rose over the forest clearing, casting a golden glow on the unlikely gathering below. Humans and aliens stood in small clusters, engaged in animated conversations punctuated by gestures of excitement and wonder. The initial shock of first contact had given way to an insatiable curiosity on both sides. Dr. Rivera wiped his brow, overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information being exchanged. "It's remarkable," he mused to Amy. "They've traveled across the galaxy, yet they're just as fascinated by us as we are by them." Amy nodded, her fingers flying over her tablet as she documented every detail. "I still can't believe they came here to study human reproduction of all things. Talk about culture shock." Nearby, Zara and Krell were deep in discussion with a team of human biologists, comparing notes on genetic diversity and evolutionary adaptations. The aliens' advanced knowledge of cellular manipulation and DNA repair held promise for groundbreaking medical treatments on Earth. Nyx, meanwhile, found herself surrounded by sociologists and psychologists, all eager to understand the alien perspective on relationships and emotions. Her questions about human concepts of love and pair bonding sparked heated debates among the researchers. "You mean you don't have romantic love on your world?" asked Dr. Samantha Wong, a leading expert in human sexuality. "How do you choose your mates?" Nyx's bioluminescent patterns flickered in a pattern indicating thoughtfulness. "Our pairings are determined by genetic compatibility and social functionality. The concept of choosing based on feelings is foreign to us." Dr. Wong shook her head in amazement. "Fascinating. Your society must be so different from ours. I wonder how this impacts your overall happiness and fulfillment." As the exchange of ideas continued, both humans and aliens found their preconceptions challenged. The visitors marveled at the complexity of human emotions and the seemingly chaotic nature of their relationships. Humans, in turn, were intrigued by the aliens' logical approach to reproduction and social structures. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Cultural misunderstandings led to some awkward moments. Krell, in his enthusiasm to understand human biology, accidentally offended a group of researchers with overly personal questions about their mating habits. Zara had to quickly intervene, reminding her team to be more sensitive to human social norms. The humans, too, sometimes struggled to grasp alien concepts. When Zara explained that her species reproduced through a complex process involving 3 parent organisms, several scientists had to take a break to process this mind-bending information. As the day wore on, the initial excitement gave way to more serious discussions. Both sides recognized the potential benefits of continued collaboration, but also the risks involved in revealing their existence to the wider human population. "We need to proceed carefully," Dr. Rivera cautioned during a meeting with the alien leaders and key human scientists. "If word of your presence leaks out before we're prepared, it could cause panic. Not everyone will be as open-minded as our team." Zara nodded gravely. "We understand. On our world, the existence of other intelligent life has been known for generations. But we recognize that for your species, this is a monumental shift in worldview." The group began formulating a plan for gradual disclosure, starting with briefing top government officials and scientific institutions. They also discussed the potential for ongoing research collaborations with safeguards in place to protect both human and alien interests. As night fell, the clearing buzzed with a sense of possibility. Humans and aliens alike felt they stood on the brink of a new era of discovery and cooperation. But little did they know that their newfound alliance would soon be put to the ultimate test. Miles away, in a high-security laboratory, a team of researchers huddled around a computer screen, their faces pale with worry. Dr. Evelyn Cho, a virologist with decades of experience, pointed to a series of alarming data points. "It's mutating faster than anything we've ever seen," she explained to her colleagues. "If this gets out," her words hung in the air, the implications too terrible to voice. A new virus, deadlier and more contagious than any in human history, was on the verge of becoming a global pandemic, and humanity's newfound alien allies might be their only hope for survival. As the scientists worked frantically to understand and contain the emerging threat, The virus was already silently spreading. In hospitals across the globe, the first cases were being admitted, patients with symptoms that defied conventional treatment. Back in the forest clearing, the mood remained optimistic. Humans and aliens continued their exchange of knowledge, unaware of the looming crisis that would soon test the bonds of their fledgling alliance. Zara, ever observant, noticed a change in the behavior of some human researchers. They seemed distracted, constantly checking their communication devices with growing concern. "Is everything all right?" she inquired, approaching Dr. Rivera. "You seem troubled." The scientist hesitated, unsure how much to reveal. But as he met Zara's gaze, he realized that in this new era of interspecies cooperation, honesty was crucial. "We've received some disturbing reports," he admitted. "A new disease is emerging, spreading faster than anything we've seen before. Our top experts are working on it, but..." Zara's luminescent patterns pulsed with concern. "Perhaps we can help. Our medical technology is considerably advanced. If you share your data, we may be able to offer insights." Dr. Rivera nodded gratefully. "Thank you. We may need all the help we can get." As the aliens were briefed on the situation, the gravity of the threat became clear. This wasn't just a human problem. If the virus mutated to affect other species, it could potentially spread across the galaxy. The stakes had suddenly become much higher than anyone had anticipated. Krell immediately volunteered his expertise in xenobiology, eager to apply his knowledge to this new challenge. Nyx, with her understanding of social dynamics, offered to help strategize containment and public communication plans. Zara, after conferring with her superiors via subspace communication, made a momentous decision. "We will share our medical database and offer the full resources of our ship's laboratory," she announced. "The preservation of life, human or alien, must take precedence over any other concerns." As the combined team of human and alien scientists mobilized to face the viral threat, a new sense of urgency permeated the clearing. The excitement of first contact had been replaced by a grim determination to save not just humanity, but potentially all sentient life. Little did they know that this crisis would forge bonds between their species stronger than anyone could have imagined. In the face of a common enemy, the differences between human and alien seemed to fade away. They were no longer two separate groups, but a united front against a deadly threat. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, the interspecies research team huddled around holographic displays, poring over genetic sequences and running simulations. The fate of two worlds, and perhaps countless others, hung in the balance. The story of human reproduction that had brought the aliens to Earth had evolved into something far greater. A tale of survival, cooperation, and the indomitable spirit of life itself, whether terrestrial or extraterrestrial. In hospitals and laboratories across the globe, the battle against the virus raged on. But now, humanity no longer fought alone. As news of the alien presence slowly spread among top officials and key scientists, hope began to emerge. Perhaps together, they could overcome this threat and usher in a new age of interstellar cooperation. The next few days would be critical. The choices made and alliances forged in that forest clearing would shape the destiny of not just one planet, but potentially the entire galaxy. As human and alien worked side by side, the true meaning of HFY, humanity, was about to be tested on a cosmic scale. Cosmic crucible. The world held its breath as the mysterious virus, now dubbed Novum Exitium, or New Destruction, swept across continents with terrifying speed. Hospitals overflowed, economies teetered on the brink of collapse, and governments struggled to maintain order in the face of growing panic. In the forest clearing, now transformed into a hub of frenzied interspecies collaboration, human and alien scientists worked tirelessly to unravel the virus's secrets. The alien ship's advanced laboratory hummed with activity, its holographic displays filled with swirling strands of human and viral DNA. "It's unlike anything we've ever encountered," Krell muttered, his 4 eyes blinking rapidly as he analyzed the latest data. The virus seems to be adapting, almost as if it has its own intelligence. Dr. Evelyn Cho, who had joined the team from her high-security lab, nodded grimly. That's what makes it so dangerous. Every time we think we're close to a breakthrough, it mutates again. Zora, who had been conferring with her homeworld via subspace communication, approached the group with news. Our scientists have a theory, she announced. They believe the virus may be of extraterrestrial origin. A hush fell over the lab as the implications sank in. Dr. Rivera was the first to speak. Are you saying this could be some kind of biological weapon? Zora's bioluminescent patterns pulsed with concern. It's a possibility we can't ignore. The virus's ability to adapt so rapidly suggests an engineered origin. But who created it, and why it's on Earth, remains a mystery. As the team grappled with this new information, reports came in of a troubling development. In some patients, the virus was causing unprecedented neurological changes. Survivors were exhibiting heightened cognitive abilities, enhanced physical attributes, and in rare cases, even telepathic powers. It's rewriting human DNA, Emmy Chen whispered, her eyes wide as she reviewed the latest findings. But to what end? The revelations sparked intense debate among the scientists. Was this an attempt at forced evolution? A misguided effort to improve humanity, or something far more sinister? Meanwhile, as news of the alien presence leaked to the public, reactions were mixed. Some hailed the extraterrestrials as saviors, humanity's last hope against the viral apocalypse. Others viewed them with suspicion, questioning their true motives and even accusing them of bringing the virus to Earth. Nix, monitoring social media and news outlets, reported on the growing unrest. We need to address the public directly, she advised. Transparency is crucial to maintaining trust and preventing panic. Dr. Rivera nodded, though he looked uneasy. Agreed, but we need to be careful. The wrong word could spark global chaos. As the team prepared for a worldwide broadcast, a startling discovery was made. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, an ancient structure had been uncovered, one that bore striking similarities to the aliens' own technology. It's impossible, Zora breathed, examining the holographic images of the site. This architecture, it's unmistakably from our world, but it predates our recorded history by millennia. The implications were staggering. Had Earth been visited by aliens in the distant past? Was there a connection between this ancient site and the current crisis? As the team debated their next move, the virus continued its relentless march. But now scattered reports began to emerge of individuals displaying remarkable resistance to the disease. These people, dubbed novum immunes or new immunes, seemed to possess a genetic quirk that rendered them not only immune to the virus, but able to neutralize it in others. This could be the key we've been looking for, Dr. Cho exclaimed, poring over the immune's genetic data. If we can isolate the factor that grants immunity, we might be able to develop a cure. But time was running out. As the death toll mounted and society teetered on the brink of collapse, the pressure on the Interspecies team intensified. They weren't just fighting to save humanity anymore. They were racing to uncover a cosmic mystery that spanned millennia and light years. In a bold move, Zora made a decision that would change everything. We're going to the Amazon, she announced. Whatever secrets that ancient site holds, they could be crucial to understanding and stopping this virus. As the team prepared for their expedition, tensions on the global stage reached a boiling point. Some nations, desperate for a solution, demanded the aliens share all of their advanced technology. Others, driven by fear and mistrust, called for the extraterrestrials to be quarantined or even expelled from Earth. The fate of 2 worlds hung in the balance. Would humanity and their alien allies uncover the truth in time to stop the pandemic? Or would the virus succeed in its mysterious agenda, forever altering the course of human evolution? As the alien ship rose silently into the night sky, bound for the heart of the Amazon, one thing was clear: The next phase of this cosmic struggle would determine the future not just of Earth, but potentially of all sentient life in the galaxy. The dense canopy of the Amazon rainforest parted as the alien ship descended, its advanced cloaking technology rendering it invisible to all but the most sophisticated sensors. As the team disembarked, the humid air thick with the sounds of exotic wildlife, they were struck by the juxtaposition of their futuristic equipment against the primeval backdrop. The structure should be approximately 2 kilometers in this direction, Zora announced, consulting a holographic map projected from her wrist device. Stay alert, we don't know what we might encounter. As they trekked through the undergrowth, Dr. Rivera couldn't shake a sense of déjà vu. You know, he mused, there are ancient human legends about sky people who visited Earth long ago, bringing knowledge and technology. I always thought they were just myths, but now... Nix, who had been studying human folklore, nodded eagerly. Many of your cultures have similar stories. Perhaps they're based on actual events, previous encounters between our species. The group fell silent as they pondered the implications. How many times had aliens visited Earth throughout history? And why had the knowledge of these encounters been lost or relegated to the realm of myth? Suddenly, Krell's sensors began to buzz urgently. I'm detecting unusual energy readings, he reported, his 4 eyes widening in excitement. It's similar to our own technology, but older, much older. As they pushed through a final wall of vegetation, the ancient structure came into view. It was a massive pyramid, its once smooth surface now overgrown with vines and moss. But even in its weathered state, the advanced nature of its construction was evident. Incredible, breathed Amy, her camera drone buzzing around to capture every angle. It's like a fusion of alien technology and Earth materials. How is this possible? Zara approached the structure cautiously, her hand hovering over its surface. There's still active energy flowing through it, she murmured. After all this time. As the team began to explore the pyramid, they discovered a series of chambers filled with strange machinery and holographic displays. Most were dormant, but a few flickered to life as they passed, responding to some unseen signal. In the central chamber, they found something that made their breath catch in their throats. A massive DNA helix floated in the center of the room, its strands a mixture of familiar human genetic code and something utterly alien. It's a map, Krell exclaimed, his scientific excitement overriding his usual reserve. A map of guided human evolution. The implications were staggering. This structure wasn't just a relic of some ancient alien visit. It was a testament to a long-term experiment in human genetic engineering. But to what end? As the team delved deeper into the pyramid's secrets, piecing together fragments of data and ancient recordings, a picture began to emerge. Earth had been selected eons ago as a genetic laboratory, a place to cultivate a species that combined the best traits of multiple alien races. We're not just humans, Dr. Cho whispered, her voice filled with awe and a touch of fear. We're a composite species, carrying the genetic legacy of civilizations from across the galaxy. But the revelation brought as many questions as answers. Why had humanity been created? And how did the current pandemic fit into this grand cosmic experiment? As if in response to their unspoken questions, a final chamber deep within the pyramid rumbled to life. A holographic figure materialized, a being that appeared to be a hybrid of human and alien features. Greetings, children of Earth and stars, the figure intoned, its voice resonating with ancient power. If you are witnessing this message, it means the final phase of the great experiment has begun. The team listened in rapt attention as the hologram explained the true nature of humanity's origins and purpose. Earth had been seeded with life by a coalition of advanced alien races, with the goal of creating a species that could serve as a bridge between diverse galactic civilizations. The current pandemic, it was revealed, was not a weapon but a catalyst, the final stage in unlocking humanity's full genetic potential. The virus was designed to activate dormant alien DNA within the human genome, accelerating evolution and awakening long-hidden abilities. But beware, the hologram warned, its expression grave. With great power comes great responsibility. The choices you make in the coming days will determine not only the fate of humanity, but the future of galactic civilization itself. As the message faded, the team stood in stunned silence, the weight of this cosmic revelation settling upon them. They had come seeking answers about a virus, only to discover the truth about humanity's very origins and purpose in the universe. Zara was the first to speak, her voice filled with a mixture of awe and determination. We need to get this information back to our base. The fate of 2 worlds, no, the entire galaxy, depends on what we do next. As they prepared to leave the pyramid, a new sense of purpose filled the team. They were no longer just scientists fighting a pandemic. They were the custodians of humanity's true legacy, tasked with guiding Earth through its final evolutionary leap. The journey back to their base was filled with intense discussion and planning. How could they use this knowledge to combat the virus and help humanity navigate its transformation? What would the awakening of humanity's latent abilities mean for Earth's place in the galactic community? As the alien ship soared back towards their forest-clearing headquarters, one thing was clear. The story of humanity's cosmic origins was about to be revealed to the world, and with it, a new chapter in Earth's history, and the history of the entire galaxy, was about to unfold. The stage was set for a climactic struggle, not just for survival, but for the very future of what it meant to be human in a vast and ancient universe. Evolutionary exodus. The world watched in stunned silence as Dr. Rivera, flanked by Zara and the rest of the Interspecies team, addressed the global audience. Billions of screens flickered with the same broadcast, translated into every language. People of Earth, Dr. Rivera began, his voice steady despite the weight of his words. Today we stand at the threshold of the greatest transformation in human history. Over the next hour, the team revealed the truth about humanity's cosmic origins, the purpose of the pandemic, and the awakening of latent alien DNA within the human genome. The response was immediate and overwhelming. #CosmicLegacy and #HumanityVols trended worldwide as people grappled with their newfound identity as children of the stars. Religious leaders debated the implications for their faiths, while governments scrambled to maintain order in the face of this paradigm-shifting revelation. But the announcement was just the beginning. As more humans underwent the genetic awakening triggered by the virus, reports flooded in of incredible new abilities manifesting across the globe. In New Delhi, a young woman discovered she could communicate telepathically with plants, tapping into a vast network of botanical consciousness. Bioluminescent patterns, reminiscent of Zara's species, began appearing on the skin of survivors in Rio de Janeiro, pulsing in harmony with their emotions. A group of children in Nairobi developed the ability to perceive and manipulate electromagnetic fields, creating dazzling displays of energy in the sky. It's like the floodgates of human potential have been thrown open, Emmy marveled, monitoring the reports pouring in from around the world. We're witnessing the birth of a new species, Homo cosmos. But with these incredible developments came new challenges. Some of those undergoing the transformation struggled to control their newfound abilities, leading to accidents and unintended consequences. Others, fearful of change, resisted the awakening, forming anti-evolution movements that threatened to split humanity. Recognizing the need for guidance, Zara and her team worked tirelessly to establish awakening centers around the world. These facilities, staffed by both human and alien experts, helped individuals navigate their genetic transformation and learn to harness their new abilities responsibly. Meanwhile, Krell led a team of scientists in developing a stabilizing agent to help regulate the more volatile aspects of the awakening process. "We can't stop evolution," he explained, "but we can help smooth the transition and minimize the risks." As humanity grappled with its new reality, another astonishing development unfolded. The ancient pyramid in the Amazon, now dubbed the Cosmic Cradle, began emitting a powerful signal into deep space. Similar structures, hidden for millennia, activated across the globe, forming a network that seemed to be calling out to the stars. It's an invitation, Nix realized, decoding the complex transmission. The great experiment is complete. Humanity is ready to join the galactic community. Within days, the skies above Earth lit up with the arrival of ships from dozens of alien civilizations. The beings that emerged represented a stunning array of evolutionary paths, some eerily similar to Earth life, others defying human imagination. As representatives from across the cosmos converged on Earth, a new challenge emerged. How would humanity, in the midst of its own transformation, navigate this sudden influx of alien cultures and technologies? The United Nations, working in concert with the Alien Human Science Team, hastily established a cosmic council to manage Earth's integration into the wider galactic society. But tensions quickly arose as different factions vied for control and influence in this new interstellar arena. Some saw the arrival of advanced alien civilizations as an opportunity for rapid technological and social progress. Others feared Earth would lose its unique identity and become a mere colony in a vast galactic empire. Zora, who had grown deeply attached to humanity during her time on Earth, found herself in a unique position as a bridge between worlds. "We must find a balance," she urged the Cosmic Council. Earth has a vital role to play in the galaxy, not as a subordinate, but as an equal partner bringing its own unique strengths and perspectives. As debates raged and alliances shifted, a new threat emerged from the shadows. A faction of humans, led by a charismatic figure known only as the Purist, began actively working to reverse the evolutionary process. They saw the awakening and the arrival of aliens as a corruption of humanity's true nature and were willing to go to extreme lengths to purify the human race. Reports of attacks on awakening centers and alien embassies sent shockwaves through the fledgling cosmic community. The Purists, armed with stolen alien technology and driven by zealous conviction, threatened to plunge Earth into chaos just as it was taking its first steps onto the galactic stage. Dr. Rivera, who had become a globally recognized figure in the wake of the revelations, found himself targeted by the Purists' propaganda. "We didn't fight our way to the top of the food chain just to become alien science experiments," the Purists' masked figure declared in viral broadcasts. "True humanity rejects this cosmic contamination." As the conflict escalated, Earth teetered on the brink of a war that could devastate not just the planet, but potentially ignite a galactic conflict. The Interspecies team that had first come together to study human reproduction now found themselves racing against time to prevent a disaster of cosmic proportions. Zara, her luminescent patterns pulsing with determination, gathered the team for a crucial meeting. "We didn't come all this way, across light years and millennia, to fail now," she declared. "It's time for one final push to secure humanity's cosmic legacy." As they formulated their plan, combining alien technology with humanity's newfound abilities and indomitable spirit, one thing became clear: the true test of humanity's readiness for the galactic stage was at hand. The choices made in the coming days would echo across the cosmos, shaping the destiny of not just Earth, but countless worlds among the stars. The stage was set for an epic showdown: cosmic destiny versus purist ideology, with the soul of humanity and its place in the universe hanging in the balance. As tensions reached a boiling point, the team prepared to launch a daring operation that would determine once and for all whether humanity would embrace its cosmic heritage or remain forever earthbound. The fate of two worlds, and perhaps the entire galaxy, rested on their shoulders. The final chapter of humanity's great cosmic awakening was about to unfold, and its conclusion would resonate across the stars for eons to come. Cosmic convergence. The gleaming spires of New Terra City stretched towards the stars, a testament to humanity's newfound place in the galactic community. 5 years had passed since the tumultuous events of the Great Awakening, and Earth had been transformed beyond recognition. Zara stood on the observation deck of the United Cosmic Alliance headquarters, her iridescent scales shimmering in the light of 3 moons, 2 natural, 1 artificial. She marveled at how far humanity had come in such a short time. "Quite a view, isn't it?" Dr. Rivera's voice came from behind her. The years had added streaks of silver to his hair, but his eyes still sparkled with the same curiosity that had driven him to uncover humanity's cosmic origins. "Indeed," Zara replied, turning to face her old friend and colleague. "Sometimes I can hardly believe how much has changed." The defeat of the purist and the successful integration of Earth into the galactic community had been hard-won victories. The final confrontation had pushed both humans and aliens to their limits, showcasing the best of what both species had to offer. In the end, it was the unique combination of humanity's adaptability and the aliens' advanced technology that had turned the tide. The purist stronghold had been breached not by brute force, but by a team of humans using their newly awakened abilities in ways that even the aliens hadn't thought possible. The image of Amy Chen, her body glowing with bioluminescent patterns, as she interfaced directly with the purists' stolen alien tech to shut down their defenses, had become iconic. It symbolized humanity's successful melding of their terrestrial origins with their cosmic heritage. "The Galactic Council is convening in an hour," Dr. Rivera reminded Zara, bringing her back to the present. "Are you ready for the big announcement?" Zara nodded, her luminescent patterns pulsing with a mix of excitement and apprehension. Today, Earth would officially transition from a probationary member of the United Cosmic Alliance to a full partner, with all the rights and responsibilities that entailed. As they made their way to the council chambers, they passed through corridors bustling with activity. Humans with an array of evolved traits worked alongside representatives from a dozen alien species. The air buzzed with a mixture of spoken languages, telepathic communications, and the gentle hum of advanced technology. Krell, now the head of the Interspecies Scientific Exchange, fell into step beside them. His 4 eyes blinked in rapid succession, a sign of excitement in his species. "The latest data from the Cosmic Cradle Network is astounding," he reported. "We're detecting signals from civilizations we never knew existed." The ancient pyramids that had awakened humanity's cosmic potential had become a vital part of Earth's new role in the galaxy. They served as powerful transmitters, allowing Earth to communicate and trade with civilizations far beyond the reach of conventional technology. As they entered the council chambers, a hush fell over the assembled delegates. Beings of all shapes, sizes, and forms of consciousness turned their attention to the central podium. It was time for humanity to take its place among the stars. Nyx, who had become Earth's official ambassador to the Alliance, stepped forward to address the gathering. Her voice, amplified by both technology and her evolved vocal abilities, rang out clear and strong. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, honored guests, today marks a historic moment not just for Earth, but for our entire cosmic family." As Nyx spoke, holographic displays sprang to life around the chamber, showcasing Earth's journey from a quarantined world to a thriving hub of interstellar culture and innovation. In the span of a mere 5 years, humanity has not only embraced its cosmic heritage, but has begun to make unique contributions to our shared galactic civilization. Images flashed by. The first human-designed faster-than-light drive, based on a revolutionary fusion of evolved human intuition and alien mathematics. The Galactic hit vidstream Cosmic Cuisine, where a telepathic chef combined flavors from across the universe. The newly established Terran Academy of Cosmic Arts, where humans use their evolved abilities to create mind-bending, multi-dimensional sculptures. But perhaps our greatest contribution, Nyx continued, her voice swelling with pride, has been our ability to bridge divides, to find common ground between disparate species and cultures. The final hologram showed the newly constructed peace spire on Mars, where representatives from formerly warring alien races had come together under human mediation to sign historic accords. As Nyx concluded her speech, the chamber erupted in a cacophony of applause, trills, telepathic approval, and bioluminescent displays. Earth had proven itself worthy of its place among the stars. The president of the Galactic Council, a being of pure energy contained within a shimmering force field, floated forward. "It is with great pleasure that we officially welcome Earth as a full member of the United Cosmic Alliance. May your world continue to thrive and enrich our galactic tapestry." As celebrations broke out across Earth and its newly established colonies, Zara found a quiet moment with her old team. Dr. Rivera, Amy, Krell, and Nix gathered around her, each of them now legends in their own right. "We've come so far," Amy mused, her skin glowing softly with evolved bioluminescence. "From studying human reproduction to reshaping the future of the galaxy." Dr. Rivera chuckled, shaking his head in wonder. "Who would have thought that humanity's greatest strength would be its ability to change, to adapt, to become something more than we ever imagined?" Krell's four eyes crinkled in what the others had learned was his species' equivalent of a smile. Perhaps that was the point of the great experiment all along, to create a species that could serve as a catalyst for galactic evolution. Nix nodded thoughtfully. "And our journey is far from over. There are still countless mysteries to unravel, new civilizations to meet, new challenges to overcome." Zara looked out at the star-filled sky, visible through the chamber's transparent dome. "Whatever the future holds," she said softly, "I'm honored to face it alongside humanity. You've taught us as much as we've taught you." As the team stood together, their gazes fixed on the infinite possibilities that stretched out before them, they knew that this was not an ending but a new beginning. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, and the greatest adventures still lay ahead. The cosmos beckoned, full of wonders and challenges beyond imagination, and humanity, in all its newly evolved diversity, was ready to answer the call. The next chapter in the grand cosmic story was about to unfold, with Earth playing a central role in shaping the destiny of the galaxy. As the celebrations continued around them, Zara and her team shared a moment of quiet reflection. They had come to Earth to study human reproduction, but in the process, they had helped birth something far greater, a new era of cosmic cooperation and unlimited potential. The stars twinkled overhead, each one a promise of new discoveries and adventures to come. Humanity's journey among them was just beginning, and the universe would never be the same.